All right. You're listening to Punk Rock with Austin, the grumpy punk here on KMUZ, filling in for Karen, who is out of town this week. And we got a lot of cool stuff coming up here. We've got a Root Directory on the line, actually. They're going to be talking to us in a moment. I'll give you a quick rundown of what we've been listening to. We started things off with Groovy Ghoulies with Let's Go to the Moon, Zolar X with Rocket Roll, the Dead Milkmen doing a Daniel Johnston cover there with Rocket Ship, The Day Lassie Went to the Moon, and I think it's time that we followed Lassie, to be honest. It's just well time we go to the moon. And that's why we had Destination Moon with They Might Be Giants. Not necessarily punk, but whatever. And then we closed with Jad Fair and Yola Tango. Texas Man Abducted by Aliens for Outer Space Joyride. Yes, so the moment we've all been waiting for, Root Directory. How are you doing this evening?
Fine. This is the moment everyone's been waiting for.
Yes. You are here live on KMUZ, and you guys are here on the air.
Oh, okay. Which marketplace is this?
We do the Mid-Willamette Valley area. We hit the Salem, Kaiser, Marion, Polk, Lynn counties, that kind of stuff.
Oh, Salem.
And I believe that is Caps Lock there, who just kind of groaned a little bit.
Actually, no, that was me. I'm Semicolon. I play guitar in Root Dur, and also is Caps Lock, who does banging on things.
I bang on things.
Yeah, excellent. Well, so we had a couple of things I wanted to get you on the air. We played you the last time I covered on this show, and you guys were just setting out on this tour. And so I thought it'd be kind of fun to catch up a little bit and find out if there was any good tour stories. Now, I understand that things kind of started off early with Boba Fest in Oakland, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, Fedge from Jedi Scum, they're not around anymore, but they're like an awesome Star Wars-themed power violence band, and them, like, along with Venkman, also from East Bay, and Under 15 Seconds. They did, like, a couple of tours through Eugene. I'm trying to remember where they played. We played at, like, the now defunct Chinese Tavern, and then also, what was the other show? What was the other show, Caps? That was like at a house, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was at a house that is no longer doing shows either.
Okay, basically, we played two shows with them at places that are now both defunct. No coincidence there whatsoever. But a great band. Jedi Scum was an awesome band. Venkman is still around and kicking around SF East Bay, but he invited us down to do this 2-day fest at a 924 Gilman, which a lot of history there, a lot of bands played there that started out, Operation Ivy and Rancid, and some, band called Green Day. I think they're like a kids band or something like that.
And on the Kids Bop, they do the Disney show, right?
They had like Raffi in the band or something like that. Didn't they do that like Baby Beluga song, Baby Beluga? I think that was Green Day.
Totally.
But yeah, that was like an amazing show. It was like a bunch of good like local Bay Area grind and TV bands like Concussive and Ex Hostage X and Hashed Out, which were like a kind of a stoner grind band, kind of like Connoisseur, which didn't play the night we were there, but that was neither here nor there. So that was a good show. And then we basically drove the 9 hours down there, played that show, turned around, and came back.
But this was anticipation of something else, because you had planned this kind of mini tour for the summer where you were hitting like Sacramento, LA, San Diego, and a couple other places. And so this was kind of like the what do you call it, the power-up on the way to the...
Right, it was the power. It was the warm-up for basically a lot of driving. We took my pickup truck down.
It's not quite the boss battle you were waiting for, but...
Yeah, that's not some... I don't know, it was like the worst boss battle before, like an actual boss battle where you do, oh, really? That was the end of the game? Well, that was stupid.
Right.
But the warm-up boss, it was the harder one. It was like, God, it was like Dark Souls, to just like, oh my God, if this boss is like this, what's the next boss going to be like? And then it's like nothing. Oh, thank you, jerk. Actually, no, yeah, you're right. Dark Souls, no, it just gets worse. It worse. Yeah, it just gets worse. So I don't have any like game off the top of my head I could compare this to.
Right.
But yeah, we turned around after a couple of days. But this time we didn't take the like stupid pickup truck. We took Caps's short bus, which he's outfitted into like a grain machine, and that thing was great. Like tore out all the seats, put on some like kind of bunk bed things. He did an awesome bang-up job on that. Thanks there, buddy. I had something to sleep on like the whole way down.
Nice.
And we didn't kill each other.
Yeah, and we didn't kill each other. Amazingly enough, even though we had like another guy with us, Josh Finch, who does booking at Wandering Goat. He's in his own like solo project, Intrasol, which is great. He does this like acoustic noise thing, which totally countered our thing, but we, despite that, set up a bunch of shows together, and we were total non-match. So when we were booking shows, we found that if we just didn't mention the other person that was in the band that was touring with us, we could get a show, and then we would tell them about it afterwards and say, oh, by the way, there's this guy coming along with us that's an acoustic noise band. They're like,
we could fit him in.
Dang it.
So in the long tradition of touring bands, you asked if your friend could play as well.
Yeah, after we already secured the show.
Right. No, yeah, of course.
We said anything about it before the show, they would just say, yeah, no, we don't have anything available.
Right.
Lesson learned.
Mm-hmm.
Just basically lie. That's the lesson.
So
just lie to everyone you talk to when booking shows.
And this is how the tour came together? You just lied, basically?
Yeah, we just lied our way through the whole tour, which actually kind of came around to bite us in the keister. Like in L.A., we had a show fall through last minute. We said we had like a guy down there, a third-party booker. Also, we never do that. Set up a show at this place called Meow Meow's Pet Inn Shop, like some awesome like secondhand shop in Pasadena. They're like some punk rock shop. I don't know. I haven't been there yet, but I saw pictures of it. It looks cool. But he set up a show there, and then like a week or two before the shows, I said, "Oh, hey, how's the show in L.A. going?" He's like, "Oh yeah, about that. So the venue, I hooked it up, but I can't be there, and some guy that was going to be there, he can't be there. So the venue said, since you guys can't be there, the show's canceled." I said, "Yeah, sorry about that, guys." So I talked to the venue and tried to appeal to them, and they told them the story, and they said, "That's not what he told us. They said you guys dropped out, and then he canceled the venue."
Wow. This is like the making of a really good like punk rock drama, like a soap opera that you could do.
Yeah, I know. They sent me like a text message, basically a picture, a screen grab of the text message he sent them, which was the exact opposite of what he told us. So I just forwarded that to him and said, yeah, next time don't lie, jerk.
Yeah. Maybe we should have the screen grabs on the show notes for the show so we can have the audience see how untrustworthy this gentleman is.
I will spread it all over 4chan. That sucker's going down.
All over 4chan. R.I.P.
And that's where Cap spends a lot of his time working on drum parts, if I'm not mistaken. You practice to reading 4chan?
Oh, yeah.
Perfect.
I don't know if you'd call it reading, but...
Right.
Well, yeah, I was going to ask about the genre.
B-board, no.
Right. I was going to ask about the genre, actually, because there is kind of a bit of a joke with calling yourselves Nerd Violence. I mean, like, you did drop a lot of lingo when you were talking about the tour, and there was like a stoner band and on and on. And then you guys show up and you call yourselves Nerd Violence. How do people respond to that?
They groan, first off, and roll their eyes. Face palm, roll eyes, and basically say, "What is the world coming to?"
Yeah, and then they text you an emoji that you're not sure what it means.
Yeah, the reaction to us when they hear us use the word nerd violence is kind of the reaction to like people listen to Miliana's Trump speech when she basically started repeating everything that Michelle Obama said in her same speech.
People just look at you, they
kind
roll
of the
their
same
eyes.
reaction. People are just like, I don't understand what's going on here. I can't hear it, but I know it's plagiarized.
And then the next day, they're like memeing you like crazy online with just these animated GIFs.
They go, what is happening? Why are they letting these fools in front of a microphone? So, yeah, our basically we're this kind of train wreck like the Republican National Convention.
Well, I don't want to keep you guys for too long because I know that you guys have to rock quite a bit. But I did want to ask, with the name, root directory, you're calling yourselves Power Violence. I mean, I think the first release clocks in at what was it? There's like 19 songs on there, and I think it's 17 minutes long, maybe at the most. You guys are courting.
Yeah, sounds about right.
You guys are courting a very specific aesthetic, and does that become a problem? Is it hard to book shows, or is it like, do people really kind of give you a lot of static?
No, not really, but we're willing to play anywhere, anytime for any amount of anything for, I don't know where I'm going with this, but basically we just,
free beer.
Our motto is just to say yes. They say, hey, play in our crappy basement, yes.
Mm-hmm.
With with a band that does Pearl Jam covers. Yeah, sure, why not?
And Scott Baio is opening.
Yeah, there you go. Perfect show. Perfect lineup.
We'll play.
Nice. Well, I did want to ask too, because you guys are in Eugene. You're rooted there. You live there and work there. We're a little bit up north. We're strangers to your ways. What's the scene like down there? What's going on? What kind of venues and bands are worth checking out and whatnot?
In town, I don't know. I heard like Ex-Boyfriends is getting back together for some odd reason, and that's like the first show I think we've ever canceled. Is they're getting it about next month. We're just like, yeah, no, we don't want to have anything to do with that. So as far as I know, that's it. No, we played with a lot of good bands. There are some good bands in town. There's not really any nerd violence bands, I would say, but we just kind of made that name up to, I don't know, basically self-aggrandize. I guess there's some other good, like, fastcore and grind bands in town. Like Not Cool is another like up and coming band that involves like a guy with like an afro mohawk and a Utilikilt as a lead singer. That's like always a plus if you can rock the mohawk and the Utilikilt at the same time and do power violence vocals. Plus in my book. And we just played a show with Face and Extinction. They're like a local grind, basically just like staple. They're always really good. And we play with a lot of other bands in town. Again, like Josh and Intrasol is like, always booking us at the Wandering Goat. That's like a great place to play for out of town bands. He's really on it as far as booking bands. A lot of good like small venues play in town, like some all ages clubs, bars. Like Old Nick's is kind of a local rock bar that is come up in the Blair, Whitaker, Washington, Jefferson neighborhood. They're like right across from this skate park. They're kind of almost like it came to like the replacement to John Henry's, which shut down a couple of years back. That used to be like the Eugene bar rock staple, but now kind of Old Nick's has come along with a little bit more of like a, God, dare I use the word, like Whitaker sensibility? I don't know what that even means. But
wow, that sounds pretentious.
Yeah, really. But they have this, refined Whitaker sensibility to them.
Wow, I just got bored suddenly. Like, I kind of don't want to talk to you anymore.
as I lower my monocle and put it in my shirt pocket.
Nice.
Quite.
Well, maybe we should let Caps talk a little bit, because a typical guitar player dominating the conversation. So, Caps, why don't you tell us about this record that you guys are putting together that's almost out? I think I saw a test pressing, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. It's called Grover Grind. It's a 7-inch 45 that we put out. It's got a bunch of our new songs on it, and a couple of which we still are trying to learn how to play. But it's just we're kind of going a little bit of a different direction for the newer record, so we just decided to put it out. And also, we've never really done a vinyl pressing before, so we decided might as well just go for it,
Right, like, so you guys had CDs and some tapes and stuff, but this is the actual first like wax, plastic thing that you'll put on a spindle and play.
Yeah, it's tangible, and records are kind of timeless, we thought, too, so might as well make a bunch of them, because they'll probably be around way after we're dead,
Yeah, well, they make a good bed if you have boxes and boxes of unsold records. You just put your mattress over it.
There you go. Yeah, to sleep on them.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's guaranteed. We'll have boxes and boxes of unsold records.
Well, full disclosure, I did help with the cover of Grover Grind, which you can get a digital version on the Root Directory Bandcamp page, which you can check that out, along with some other...
We got that, and we also did the split with Zyphoid Process, which is like the same songs, but on cassette tape. So we got it in like all sorts of stupid, archaic formats that nobody gives a crap about anymore.
Yeah. We'll custom some FLAC files if you need that, man. We'll find a way to get these to you.
I have Edison Cylinder. We'll put it down in Edison Cylinder.
Yeah.
Bring back Betamax.
Mm-hmm. We'll find a way to completely, without electricity, play for you the sounds of Root Directory. So we do have a track here to sample of the new record. So it's out digitally, but the actual vinyl's not out yet, as I understand.
No, basically we just timed it badly.
That's okay. The record will be out later.
Well, also there's some delay with the presser. Like everybody's trying to get everything pressed to vinyl, and of course we're, as always, like 5 years late to the party, so we have to wait in line for everybody else to get their emo hipster records pressed first.
Sure. But those emo hipsters, I mean, like, if they don't have those records to pad the walls in the basement, they have to listen to their parents, so.
That's true. They're not going to be sleeping on their records like we are. They're left out.
Yeah. So we have a track here. It's Swear Point, Feature Creep, which is off of the forthcoming record. It's available digitally, as we mentioned. And this is actually kind of a reunion bit for Semicolon and I, because we were in a band many years ago with the person singing on this track, Kisu DeSalis, who is currently in a band.
Yeah, he stepped up and helped contribute to vocals. I wrote the original lyrics for this song, but I don't like them, and I think they sound stupid, so I asked Kisu to fill in and come up with something, and he came up with something great. I don't know what the heck he is saying for the life of me. I mean, it could be just like nothing but swear words and be totally not radio safe, but you can't tell, so.
We'll find out, yeah. And Kisu's other band, which is not at all punk rock in any way, shape, or form, The Secret Light, they're a nice poppy dance thing, but this is the other side of his personality, so keep that in mind.
Totally would be a mismatch to us. We should tour with them. We should play a show with them.
Right on. So, without any ado, we got Feature Creep, Swear Point here on KMUZ. Thank you, Root Directory, for calling in and being on the show.
Hey, thanks.
Hey, thank you so much.
And enjoy the song.
Shove it in your